All right, so here we are, Workplace 20. Again, we're continuing on 6.4. So Workplace and Apprenticeship Math 20. This is 6.4. This is kind of video number 2. Okay? So as we continue on here, Safia, I was going to say Sophia, but that looks like Safia. Safia borrowed $500 from a payday loan store and agreed to repay it in 30 days at a rate of 1.15% per day. So how much will Safia have to repay? Now, in my mind, this is easier than the questions we just got finished doing. It's a little bit easier, I think. Instead of solving for the percent, all you just do is find the money. And so look we use the same formula. So this is going to be super, super important. This I equals PRT. Okay, and my air conditioner just quit again. Okay, I equals PRT. And so all you do is take the principal and you multiply it by the percent per day, and then the days, right? So this is days, this is percent per day, so you got to make sure that's days and days, or year and year, and then you can find the amount of money. And that's the interest part. So of course that's the extra. So the total amount that she'll have to pay is the original that she borrowed plus the interest part, and that's how you get this money. Okay? So same formula, instead of solving for R, we're solving for I, and then adding that to the original value. So let's do a question from scratch then, just like that one. So this one says, Arlita borrowed $500 for 25 days at 1.12% per day. How much did she have to repay? So let's first of all find this interest part. So I, we don't know what this is, equals the principal, 500. What's the rate?
0.01.
Thank you. It's 1.12%, but in this formula we have to use the decimal. Okay, good. Write this down. The decimal. So we got to move that decimal place over 2 times, or divide it by 100. Very good. So again, that's percent per day, so I need to have days here. How many days? 25. So this I part is going to be pretty easy. We just jump on our calculator and go for a little ride here. 500 times 0.0112 times 25. That's the percent per day times the number of days. Okay, 140. 140. Now that is, we should make sure we put our number signs in here, right, on all these. So this here is going to be the amount of interest that she pays, Arlita, if it's a she. And so the total amount is going to be our principal plus our interest. So that's going to be what? 500 plus 140. So a total of $640. Paying an extra 140 each. Oh boy. Okay. In 25, less than a month. So 640 bucks is what you'll have to repay. Okay. All right. So you guys go ahead and do number 5 on your own here. Okay. Do number 5 on your own. This is going to be a short little section for this. Short little section here for that one example, and then we'll have another example after this. So take a few minutes and see if you can do number 5. All right, so if you take a look at number 5, you should have an answer of 4 days. Remember, we're going to use the same formula, I equals PRT. We can find I, that's the difference between what was paid back and the original amount. So that's $31.50, and that's got to equal the principal times the rate per day times the number of days. So T is what we're solving for. When you solve that equation, you should get T equals exactly 4, just like I did on my calculator over here. Okay, exactly 4. Yes? It's for the next question. Anybody have any questions for this one? All right. So the next question here is, again, how much will they have to repay, and what is the annual interest rate? So that you're given the interest rate per day, you're given 60 days, and the original amount. So for number 6, that's what you're trying to find. The total they'll have to repay, and the annual interest rate. All right. Second part of this lesson, though, you're going to have to put number 6 aside as well for now, okay? So I want to show you the last part of today's lesson is example number 3. Okay. So example number 3 says this: Stanley borrowed $4,500 from his credit union to do some home renovations. How many? I know some of you have been doing some home renovations, right? Your homes. You've been doing some home renovations at your homes. You're telling me, right? Okay. So they borrowed some money here. The loan has an annual interest rate of 5.75% and an amortization period of 3 years. Okay. What's amortization again? Who can tell me? The what? Amortization.
The time required to pay back.
The time required to pay back a loan. Very good. Okay, so we'll learn those terms, okay? You will need the personal loan calculator on page 320, so we're going to go to that personal loan calculator chart. We're going to look at that in a minute to answer the following question. So, there's the question is, what is Stanley's monthly payment? Okay, so there is a personal loan payment calculator chart on this next page I'm going to show you. It's right here. And what this is a chart that kind of shows you at a certain interest rate, this is how much money you're going to be paying, and usually it's per $1,000 of amount borrowed. Okay, see that? Per $1,000 of the amount borrowed. So let's go back and take a quick look at this example again. It was a 5.75% annual interest rate, and the amortization was 3 years. So can we find on our chart the space that would include a 5.75% and a 3 years? So again, here's 3 years, and here is 5.75. So I'm looking over here through this. Look at that right here. This is the number that lines up with both columns. You see that? This column and, whoa, my tablet's all messed up here, sorry. And this column right here. Everybody see that? Okay, so look carefully up here, and in your book, you should have right in your book there, good. This is 30, again, this is in dollars, so $30.31 per $100,000 that have been borrowed. That's your payment, okay? So you can find a loan payment calculator online too, and you can plug in all your numbers. It'll spit this out. It just basically looks at the chart like this, okay? So, and does a few calculations. So let's go back. And what is Stanley's monthly payment? Well, let's take a look at the solution. We noticed that 5.75% for 3 years carries a loan payment of $30 for every $1,000. Okay? So if he borrowed $4,500, we got to find out, how many $1,000 are in there, right? Because it's every $1,000 you pay $30. So if it's $2,000, you pay $60 and some. If it's $3,000, you pay what? Another about 90, right? 90 or so. So as the amount grows, so the payment grows. And we have to find out exactly what fraction of 1,000 this payment is. So it's going to be 4,500 divided by 1,000 times 30.31 for every 1,000. So you're going to get a number of 136.40. That's going to be the payment. Okay. All right. So let's go back to B here. What does B say? Calculate the total amount that he will pay over 3 years. Well, if we have a monthly payment of this much, how many months are in 3 years? Anybody know? 12 times 3. 12 plus 12 plus 12 is? 36. Very good. So the total amount that this guy will owe is this much times 36. So look at what we got here. We've got 3 years times 12 month a year times 136 is $4,910.40. That's the total amount. And then question number C says, what's the interest part of that? It's the total minus the initial. And that's going to be $410. So you can calculate your interest that way, okay? All right, so here's a little quiz. Let me see. The first one will give me the answer to this quiz. I have a candy for the first one that'll give me this answer here for all of you in this class. Okay. So what is the payment for a $1,000 loan if I took a loan for 4 years at 3.5%? What's the payment? A 4-year amortization at 3.5%. What's my payment for $1,000?
Well, that's $22.46.
$22 and what, sorry? Nope, sorry. $22.36. Yes, right here. 3.5 is this row, 4 is this column. There you go. Congratulations. You get a candy. All right. Round number 2. 6.5% for 2 years. For $1,000. How much? 44.32. That's 6% for 2 years. What did I say?
6.5.
I said 6.5, I think.
Oh, it's 44.5.
That's
44.55? I think I said 6.5%, didn't I? There you go. That's yours. Nice. Okay, are you ready for this? You're going to have to get your calculator out here now. I'm going to have to get my calculator out too. And I'll write this down. So I've got $3,750. I'm going to take it out for 5 years, but they're going to charge me 7.25%. What is my payment? Go.
$1,259. So incorrect. Because it's the iPod here. 500.
Okay. What have you got?
543.75.
543.75? I don't think so.
Is it what? 1,300.
Well, no, what's my monthly payment?
Monthly?
Monthly payment.
Pick it up. $113.
Okay. Anybody? What do you got? Okay, so,
Is it 150?
okay, everybody watch, okay? Watch this. This is the amount of money I'm lending out, right? So 5 years, 7.25. Okay, so here's 7.25, this row, and here's the 5-year mark. That's the payment per $1,000, not for $3,750.
19.92. It's 115.
So 37, guys, watch this. Watch it. No, listen, guys, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to know how to do this. So watch. This is one extra step. You've got to know this. So we want to know how many thousands are in this 3,750. So you got to do this fraction times 1992. You see, because this is only for $1,000. So we need to do what? 3.75 times 19.92. What's that?
That's 74.
Yes, 74.70. Okay, not $500. Sorry, no one gets a candy. No one gets a candy. Epic failure. Sorry. No, just kidding. Oh, where'd I get this?
Yeah, what? I'm happy.
Okay. So look at 5 years. Over here, guys. Hello. Oh, hello, air conditioner. You're back on. So 5 years, you go down to 7.25%. You see, and then where that column meets the row, that's the number. So it's $19.92 per $1,000. So that's 3.75, because I have 3.75 thousands, right? Times the payment. Okay, all right, not too bad. That was a tricky one. Okay, so let's see. We'll do one more build your skills question, and then you guys are on for the section. Okay, you fill in the other questions. Okay, so number 7, calculate the monthly payment. Oh, this is going to be easy for now for you guys. The total amount paid also, and the finance charge. Now the finance charge is the interest really, right? For the following loans. $3,000 at 9% for 2 years. So let's go back to the calculate page. We want to go to 9%, that's right here, for how many years? Is it 2 or 3? 2 years. So that's the payment, $45.68. That would be for $1,000. Okay? 4568. That's the payment. Times, watch this, 3,000 over 1,000. So we want to know how many groups of 1,000 we have in our actual amount of money that we need to pay on. Okay? So that's going to be, this is how we're going to find out our payment. Got it? So 3,000 divided by 1,000, that's pretty easy. That's 3, right? Times 3. So, let's see, did we get that? Everybody looking there, got that? So 137.04 for a payment. Got it? Okay. Go ahead and do B. See if you're on the right track. Go ahead and do B. Okay. So for B, the monthly payment, you guys were right, $65.85, and we're going back to A now to finish. So the total amount that's being paid is the payment times the number of months. So this is going to be 137.04 per month times 2 years of 12 months. So that's 24 months. So $32.88.96. And then the finance charge is basically going to be the difference between the original amount and the total amount. So the finance charge, which is really kind of the interest, is going to be $3,288.96 minus $3,000. So it's going to be $288.96. Okay? So that's the kind of stuff you're doing for B and for C as well. All right. So you should have done for tomorrow. You should have done up to the end of 8 and beyond the practice your new skills. Okay. So I'll give you some time to work on the practice your new skills. For tomorrow, have all of 1 to 8 done for 6.4. You have the rest of this class to work on that.